afternoon, everyone. I, Mudita Raj, Assistant Professor, Delhi Metropolitan Education, welcome you all to the 18th episode of the Vibrant India series. I also welcome all our viewers who are live watching us on Facebook. Vibrant India series is an initiative of DME Media School for celebrating 75 years of India's independence. This series will be a year-long exercise. As a part of this series, we invite inspiring personalities for online talk, interview, and interaction with our students. The invited personalities for this series are from all walks of life and from all parts of the country. And today, our special guest is Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, PVSM, AVSM, SC, SM, VSM. I would like to take a moment and introduce Delhi Metropolitan Education to our viewers. Delhi Metropolitan Education, DME, is an A-grade premier educational institute affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi, and approved by the Bar Council of India. The institute offers BBA, BA LLB, and BBA LLB with BCI approval and BA JMC programs. DME believes in imparting world-class education to its students by training them to develop and enhance their skills. This education and training enables them in taking up challenges of the industry and creating the space for themselves with their competence and vigor. DME Media School is one of the most promising media institutes in the country. It offers BA in Journalism and Mass Communication. It is recognized as a school focused on the growth of its faculty and students through academic and co-curricular activities. Major flagship events and initiatives of the school include BG Varghese Guest Lecture Series, Peer-to-Peer FDP, International Film Festival, SIFI, International Conference ICANN, and Ritika, Convention of Media Students. And newly added in this list is VIS, the Vibrant India series. It is our privilege to introduce you to the guest for the day, Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, the personality of the 18th episode of VIS. I now request Ishika Vadhwa, student, DME Media School, to introduce our guest of the day. Ishika.
Thank you, ma'am. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni was commissioned into Fort Command in 1977. In his illustrious career of 39 years, he served in various types of terrain and participated in Operation Polar Bear and Operation Meghdoot as a captain in 1983 and in 1984. For leading his platoon to unfurl the national flag on Bilafon La, he was decorated with Shaurya Chakra. Sir commanded a Rashtriya Rifles battalion in the thick of the insurgency and later commanded an infantry battalion, an infantry brigade, and a division along the line of actual control in Arunachal Pradesh, where he was decorated with the Governor's Gold Medal. Alumni of National Institute of Defense Studies, Japan, and of National Defense College, New Delhi, he retired as a Director General Infantry. Let us see a few glimpses from his life.
Professor Dr. Susmita Bala, Head, DME Media School, to please welcome the guest. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mudita. Good evening, one and all present here. Welcome everybody in this 18th episode of Vibrant India series. We launched this digital program on August 9 on the anniversary of Quit India movement. Vibrant India series is a tribute to all those people who made supreme sacrifices for the independence of our motherland. India will be completing 75 years of independence next year. We have started celebration this year only. This program has been launched as a part of these celebrations. In the first episode of Vibrant India series, our guest was Brigadier P.K. Saxena, who served the country in 2 wars. Following this, Madam Bhavrin Kandhari, a known environment activist, Professor Ujjwal K. Chaudhary, Senior Media Educator, Dr. Nakul Parashar, Science Communicator and Director of Vigyan Prasad, Dr. Monisha Behel, social activist from the Northeast, Mr. Rajesh Badal, senior journalist, filmmaker and broadcaster, Colonel R.K. Dargan, professor and advisor at MIT School of Communication, MIT University, Noida. To name the other celebrated personality in the series, we had Mr. Ashish Kulkarni, the pioneer of animation industry in India, based in Mumbai, Madam Tripti as single and entrepreneur, Captain Dhanveer Singh, a versatile personality and an army man, Madam Jyotika Kalra, member of National Human Rights Commission, Mr. Sanjay Banerjee, a sport journalist, Mr. Augustine Raleigh, communication specialist with UNICEF, Captain Indrani Singh, a pilot and entrepreneur, Ms. Vibha Lakhera, a social activist, Mr. Arvind Gaur, an eminent theatre personality, and Dr. Satchidanand Joshi, actor, writer, and administrator, were our guests. In this making of this country, we all play our roles as soldier, doctor, engineer, educator, journalist, lawyer, environment activist, social activist, science communicator, filmmaker, human rights protector, a sports person, as a pilot, as a theater artist, and literary person. Today, in 18th episode, we have an inspiring personality who has been defending the borders of the country for more than 4 decades. He is none other than Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni. Welcome, sir, in Vibrant India series. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is indeed an honor to host you, sir, today. I now request Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean, DME Media School, and originator of WIS, to please address the gathering and take the program forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mudita. So as we have been looking at the illustrious career of Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, and when it comes to the country, when we talk about the country, then obviously Army is a defense force is one such force which is responsible for protecting us all. Not only on the borders, obviously that's their primary responsibility, but whenever the country is in crisis, whatever kind of crisis we might be facing, Army is there for our protection, for our rescue, for our help. So that is how, when we devised this kind of program and thought about this, so we very well consciously thought that we must invite such Army people who have made a significant contribution for this country. And that is how so many people from the Army background we are trying to approach, and we are inviting them to come to this forum, talk to our students and inspire them. Because one important aspect of this whole program, Vibrant India series, is that we have to have the personalities whose life is inspiring to others. In our day-to-day life, we all get inspirations from somebody or the other, and whichever profession we are or whatever level we are working, whether somebody is a student or somebody is a professional at my level or whatever, but then we all look at somebody and we will look at what all work that person has done, and then we try to have something from that, and we think that we should also do same kind of things which are benefiting the society and which is in the larger interest of the society. So that's the whole idea behind this program. And since Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni is with us, and as the whole format of the program is that we request the personality, the invited guest, to tell us about his life, his whole life journey, and the work that he would have done in a way that there are some elements of inspirations for us. And if whatever anecdotes, whatever experiences Lieutenant General Kulkarni would be having during his entire career, wherein there is some takeaway for us. And since it is from the horse's mouth, that's again one major objective, then obviously it is more receptive, it's more impressive, and that is how we thought about this. This will obviously will be finally turning into an interactive session wherein I will be putting up some such questions which will be more intricate, and then that will be followed by some questions from the students. So going by the first segment, I will request Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni to please initiate his talk and to tell us all what all he has done in his career, wherein we can get some inspiration. General Kulkarni.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, Jai Hind. And it's a pleasure to you all. And more than anything else, because the very first speaker you had was Brigadier Saxena, who happens to be my senior in the regiment that we both are from, the Kumaon Regiment. And there could be none better than you starting the series with him. I must first, as you rightly said, well, I was born 9 years after India earned its independence. So at least I have seen a lot more than what the younger generation today would have seen. And well, some better times, some difficult times, some very, very good times, which probably children don't see today. So it's a mix of journey. And since I was born in Nagpur, being a Maharashtrian, since, it invariably happens, the first child to be born, being the eldest in the family, my mother had to go to her Maika, and the Maika was Nagpur. And therefore, I was born in Nagpur. But my father, since he was in the services and had been participating in the Second World War, so when I got back to Delhi, and that's where, after having served in Delhi that he was, we moved for some time to Karachi. And that's where I did my initial education in Karachi. And then before the 65 war started, we came back to Delhi. And when in Delhi, I studied in a school called Bal Bharti Air Force School, which is in Lodi Road. And those days, of course, not much changed. Lutyens Delhi is as it is. Lodi Gardens is as it is. Safdarjung tomb is as it is. कोई खास फर्क नहीं पड़ा, सड़क वैसी, पेड़ बड़े हो गए, and definitely वो जरूर फर्क पड़ा है, traffic बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. लेकिन what a wonderful this thing. As small children, we would get down from the bus or outside. उस वक्त the schools used to be in hutments and asbestos sheet के schools होते थे. अब तो बहुत बढ़िया school हो गया. उसके बगल में Habitat Center आ गया. So there's a lot of change and development that has taken place in Delhi from the time that we started schooling in Bal Bharti. Then after some time, that school used to be only till the 5th standard. And after the 5th standard, we had to go to a school if you had wanted to. Then we moved to Air Force Central School, which was then located not very far from where the Prime Minister stays. And where the Prime Minister stays in the old Racecourse Road, and very close जहाँ प्रधानमंत्री रहते हैं, उसके बगल में स्कूल होता था, जहाँ पे आज संतुष्टि करके एक बहुत बड़ा शॉपिंग सेंटर है, और जिसके बगल में बहुत बड़ा अशोक होटल है, जिसके सामने हमारे होते होते नेहरू पार्क बना, और हम लोगों ने उसको बनते हुए देखा. So वहाँ then and from there then the school shifted to a place called Subroto Park in Delhi Camp. And so the journey all started. But the best part of the school journey, I can tell you, the kind of friends you make, the best of friends or that you can remember are the friends. Lovely friends, because school had children from all walks of the society, from almost all parts of the country, and co-education which had girls and boys. And I can tell you, we still have contact with each one of them, and we intend celebrating 50 years of our having left school then 50 years back, and next year we will be celebrating 50 years of having left school. So very nice. And from the school that I studied, my immediate senior is of course the present foreign minister, and whose father, Mr. Subramaniam, was a great man who was the director of the IDSA, a very famous IAS officer who also wrote the Kargil Committee report. So wonderful, like you have Mr. Jai Shankar, then of course his father, and then from school having studied, and then went to Sri Ram College of Commerce and did my graduation in BCom honors from Sri Ram. And not many people can think कि Sri Ram के बाद कोई फौज के अंदर आएगा. Everybody thinks कि Sri Ram में पढ़ा है तो BCom किया है तो या तो law करेगा या CA करेगा और फिर उसके बाद दूसरी जिंदगी होगी. But it didn't turn up like that. और I studied in Sri Ram, and Sri Ram में भी इतने बढ़िया दोस्त, इतने अच्छे लोग, इतने अच्छे बच्चे हमारे साथ, unbelievable. मतलब sometimes I look back and feel God has been so kind, and this country has got lovely people. कोई शक नहीं होना चाहिए, बहुत अच्छे लोग, बहुत अच्छे लोग. Because some years my senior who would keep coming to college, because when we moved into the college, he moved into law fac to do his law faculty, was Mr. Arun Jaitley. So we had him as a source of inspiration coming to college, going back. Then people, we had the present media tycoon Rajat Sharma, who was of course the part of their own batch of mine. Then Vijay Goyal, who later became member of parliament, minister, again a part of the college. Mr. Rohinton Nariman, who became the Justice Supreme Court of India. So you इस तरह के दोस्त, इस तरह का माहौल, इस तरह के सबके साथ में रहना और उनको आज देखना उस मकाम पर जाकर पहुंचे, it's a fantastic feeling. It's a fantastic feeling. And then I joined the army. And when I joined the army in 1977, 76 training, 77 I passed out, and some very good postings initially. First posting was to Tangdhar. Tangdhar, Baramulla से आगे साधना पास, and वहाँ पे जाकर के, and what kind of उस वक्त I have a very nice memory. पाकिस्तान का जो पोस्ट होता था तकरीबन सिर्फ about 35 मीटर की दूरी पर था, और दोनों पोस्टों के बीच में हम खड़े हो जाते थे, बातचीत करते थे. तो उस वक्त इंडिया had toured पाकिस्तान, and उस वक्त क्रिकेट टीम had lost, like इस बार हो गया T20 में हार गए, उस वक्त भी हार गए थे, और बिशन सिंह बेदी was the captain of the team. So I still have memories of them coming to us and telling कि आपने बिशन सिंह बेदी को क्यों हटा दिया कप्तानी से, ये तो होता रहता है. तो इस तरह की बातचीत दोनों, उनका जो कंपनी कमांडर होता था और हम इस तरफ होते थे, तो बातचीत होती रहती थी. एंड जहाँ पे पोस्ट था उसके नीचे उनके जो मुजफ्फराबाद हम लोग देखते थे, जहाँ आजकल इतने सुनने में आता है पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर में पाकिस्तानियों ने मिलिटेंट के अड्डे बना रखे हैं, इतने सारे मिलिटेंट्स इकट्ठे कर रखे हैं. सो ये सब हम लोग देखते थे, किशन गंगा नदी के उस पार क्या हो रहा है करके. तो और मैं कहूँगा कि जिस तरीके से हम लोग बड़े हुए और धीरे धीरे करके, एंड फाइनली एज फौज में जिंदगी आगे बढ़ती रही, फिर डोडा में आकर के हमने बटालियन कमांड की. उस वक्त जब 96 और 99 के आसपास से इंसर्जेंसी बहुत पीक पे थी, और जब दिस इंसर्जेंसी जो थी उस वक्त बड़ा अजीब सा लगता था कि मैं जब 77 में, मैंने वो गोइंग टू श्रीनगर, बारामूला, कुपवाड़ा, तंगधार, रास्ते में लोग पूछते थे आप कहाँ से आए, हम कहते थे कहाँ से आए, हम तो सब भारतीय हैं, इसमें क्या है. नहीं आप भारत से आए, हिंदुस्तान से आए. हाँ, इसमें कहा आप कहाँ से आए, नहीं हम तो कश्मीरी हैं. सो दैट डिस्टिंक्ट आइडेंटिटी जो हम कहते हैं, मेरे को अब मैंने लुक बैक आई फील कि तब से मैं सुनता आ रहा हूँ धीरे धीरे. मतलब वो जो कहते हैं कि वो दैट आइडेंटिटी ऑफ बीइंग एन इंडियन वाज समवेयर मिसिंग. दैट मिसिंग जो आइडेंटिटी थी वो मैंने उस वक्त 77 में पहली बार सुना, जब किसी ने मेरे से पूछा. क्योंकि कहीं पर भी आप जाओ भारत में, कोई ऐसे पूछता नहीं ये सवाल ऐसे कोई सवाल पूछेगा नहीं आप कहाँ से आए। तो ये जो सवाल उस वक्त था, और उसके बाद जब हम लोगों ने धीरे धीरे देखा किस प्रकार से पाकिस्तान ने दखलंदाजी दी और किस तरह क्या किया, फिर बाद में देन आई रियलाइज्ड दैट यस देयर वाज अ लॉट दैट हाउ पाकिस्तान ऑन इट्स एजेंडा सिंस 1947। और आश्चर्य की बात तो ये है कि मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना जो थे वो 10 औरंगजेब लेन में रहते थे, और जब 10 औरंगजेब लेन दिल्ली में रहते थे, और जब घोषणा हुई कि भाई हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान 2 देश बनेंगे, और जून 1947 में और 15 अगस्त 1947 को भारत को आजादी मिलेगी और ये 2 देश बटेंगे करके। सो व्हेन ऑल दीस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग, एवरीथिंग व्हाट वी सी टुडे, इसलिए मैं बार बार सबको ये कहता हूँ, हिस्ट्री जो है पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है। क्यों हो रहा है, किस लिए हो रहा है, कौन इसका करने का जिम्मेवार है, जब तक हम लोग पढ़ेंगे नहीं तब तक हम लोगों को समझ में नहीं आएगा। और बड़ी बात यह है कि अगर आप ऐसे माहौल में, जैसे मैं कह रहा था, जैसे मेरा स्कूल है, उस स्कूल में पंजाबी है, बंगाली थे, असमी थे, मणिपुर से लड़के थे, पूरे देश, तमिलनाडु से लड़के थे, केरला से बच्चे थे और गुजरात से बच्चे थे। मतलब आप नाम लीजिए किसी भी प्रदेश का, सबसे लड़के हो या लड़कियां हो, एक 30-35 स्टूडेंट की क्लास में सब तरह के बच्चे, सब ने मिल मिलाप करके कहना। तो सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि जब मैं इंटरव्यू के लिए गया तो उन्होंने जब ऐसे चंद एक सवाल पूछे, तब मुझे आश्चर्य हुआ कि इस तरह का भी कुछ देश के अंदर होता है। और ये जो चीजें देखने को मिलती हैं और अच्छी बात जो देखने को दिखती है, ये हम सब एक हैं, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। और हम लोगों में जो काबिलियत है वो बहुत ज्यादा है, क्योंकि अब जब मैं देखता हूँ, जैसे मैंने कहा, हमारे साथ जो रहे, हमसे थोड़े सीनियर रहे या हमसे थोड़े बहुत जूनियर रहे, जिस तरीके से उन ओहदों पर बैठे हैं और उन ओहदों पर बैठे थे देश में और देश चला रहे थे, इसी से जाहिर होता है कि वाकई जो हमारे टीचर्स हैं जिन्होंने हमको शिक्षा दी, वाकई जो हमारे दोस्त हैं जिन्होंने हमारे साथ टाइम बिताया, और हमारा जो फैमिलीज हैं जिन्होंने हमारे को एक ऐसे अच्छे वैल्यूज दिए कि आज हम खुशी से ये कह सकते हैं कि गुड। और कितनी बहुत बड़ी बात, ये आपने मुझे बुलाया ये कहने के लिए कि संबोधित करें, और यू पिक मी अप एज वन ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी। मैं कभी सोच नहीं सकता था, बिल्कुल भी नहीं सोच। मैं तो 1965 में और जब दिल्ली में थे और लड़ाई युद्ध चल रहा था पाकिस्तान के साथ, हमें अभी भी याद है ब्लैकआउट होता था, सायरन बजते थे, हम लोग ट्रेंचेस बना करके ट्रेंचेस में घुस जाते थे, खिड़कियों के ऊपर कार्बन पेपर लगा करके यकीन करते थे कि घर के अंदर की भी रोशनी बाहर ना जाए। मतलब क्या, और कितनी, मतलब अब मुझे लगता है कि कोई तकलीफ है ही नहीं। इतनी लंबी लाइन लगती थी, वो बोलते थे वो राशन की गाड़ी आई है करके, और राशन की गाड़ी आई है करके राशन की दुकान में जाकर के लंबी लाइन लगती थी, और वो गेहूं मिलते थे लाल रंग के, बोलते थे PL 480 के गेहूं है जी, और राशन ये गेहूं मिलना, राशन चीनी मिलना, राशन वो केरोसिन ऑयल, मट्टी का तेल बोलते थे, वो मिलना, गैस तो बहुत ही कम किसी के पास होता है, मतलब बहुत ही कम मैं देखा गैस, ये तो सब कुछ चूल्हे के ऊपर चल। वो दिनों के देख करके, और मैंने जब अपने स्कूटर के लिए बुकिंग किया, 15 साल के बाद तो स्कूटर मिला, 10 साल के बाद तो टेलीफोन मिला मतलब ऐसे दिन भी हमने देखे हैं। और आज जब मैं देखता हूँ, ये हर एक के हाथ में मोबाइल है, मतलब कोई भी कहीं राशन की दुकान में कोई जाता नहीं है, सब कोई कहीं से भी खरीद लेते हैं। मतलब बहुत बहुत प्रगति जो देश में देखने को मिली है, ये जरूर मैं कहूँगा कि फर्स्टली ऑफ कोर्स द रीजन फॉर इट इज द वे वी आर, एंड हम लोगों में जो वैल्यूज है वो बहुत जरूरी है धीरे धीरे करके। और सबसे बड़ी बात, जब मैं रिटायर हुआ 2016 में, सबसे आश्चर्य वाली बात, मैंने जैसे आपको बताया कि मैं बाल भारती स्कूल में पढ़ा, और वहां पे उतरता था बच्चे। कहाँ से रिटायर हुआ? बाल भारती स्कूल के गेट के ठीक ऑपोजिट है 96 लोधी एस्टेट। 96 लोधी एस्टेट का घर है, और बगल में है हमारे डॉक्टर शशि तरूर, वो उनका घर बगल में, और मेरा घर 96 लोधी एस्टेट। इससे बड़ा क्या हो सकता है? मुझे लगता है कोई सोच नहीं सकता कि हम लोग कहाँ से स्कूल के बस में आते थे, और उस वक्त बस तो होती थी, और वहां से उतरना, छोटे छोटे बच्चे निकरे डाल करके अंदर जाना और फिर स्कूल से आना। कौन सोच सकता था कि लुटियंस दिल्ली में उसके ऑपोजिट रह करके भी हम रिटायर हो सकते हैं। तो ये जो है, आई थिंक आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू माई टीचर्स, I'm grateful to my family. I'm grateful to the nation to give that kind of a support कि हम लोगों को तैयार करना, बड़ा करना, और फिर जब फौज में आना, और फौज में आने के बाद इंसर्जेंसी में किया, और फिर अरुणाचल प्रदेश में रहा तो चाइनीज के साथ कई बार बॉर्डर पर्सनल मीटिंग की, और उस बॉर्डर पर्सनल मीटिंग में जिस प्रकार से हम लोग एक दूसरे से बातचीत करते थे, मुझे वाकई लगता है कि कई बार एट अ टाइम मैंने लुक बैक कि हाउ डिड चाइना misbehave so badly in 2020, something which is really, I call it misbehavior by China, because इतने साल मैं चाइनीज के साथ डील करता था, हैंडल करता था, उनको बॉर्डर पर्सनल मीटिंग में उनसे बातचीत करता था, कई मुद्दे होते थे जिनके ऊपर हम लोग डिस्कशन करते थे। इट वाज वेरी कॉर्डियल, इट यूज्ड टू बी वेरी नाइस। उसके बाद हम लोगों ने सबने बैठ करके खाना खाना, चाय पीनी, सब एवरीथिंग वाज वेरी, टिल their misbehavior and atrocious behavior, I would say, not even misbehavior is a very sober word, atrocious conduct by the Chinese to have done what they have done in 2020. तो मुझे लगता है कि अब जब मैं देखता हूँ पीछे, and when I look in what is going to what is happening, so it's very important for all of us to see to it that whatever opportunities one gets, and the fact that in life, remember ABC of life, avoid bad company. That is something which we must ensure. Have good friends. Very important in life is to have good friends, good moral values, good social conduct, and positivity in life. There'll be many times when things will not do well. Like I can give you an example. In school, I was a science student, and I was not doing too well in science. I realized that ज़्यादा दूर तक just getting about 50-52% में होएगा नहीं. And I don't think this is the line for me. But parents का होता है कि बच्चे ने क्या बनना है, या तो इंजीनियर बनना है या डॉक्टर बनना है, दो ही चीजें आती थी, इंजीनियर बनना है या डॉक्टर बनना। मैंने कहा ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है ना, इंजीनियर ही बन पाएंगे ना डॉक्टर ही बन पाएंगे, एक साल बर्बाद भी हो जाएगा। ये तो उस वक्त 11वीं तक होता था, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 11th used to be the board, and 9th, 10th one had to do. So after 2 years, I found that it's not going. So I walked up to my principal and I told him, and a very good principal, Mr. Hari Dang, and Mr. Hari Dang was then had just taken over the school principal. I told him, I said, I can't do the science, I want to change to arts. He said, you want to change to arts? 2 साल तो हो गए, 3 में से अब क्या करेगा अभी 1 साल? I said, no, I'm going to do arts and let me do what I can do. He said, will you be able to cope up with this kind of? I said, yes. My parents were very much against. कि ये क्या है, मतलब साइंस में you are doing, अब हमारा एक ही लड़का है, अब सबसे बड़ा है, वो नालायक ही निकलेगा, अब तो ना ये डॉक्टर बनेगा ना इंजीनियर बनेगा, पता नहीं क्या बनेगा. So my parents were quite obviously upset because एकदम ही स्ट्रीम बदली कर दी, आर्ट्स में आ गया, ये लड़का करेगा क्या? But I said not to worry. I made up for all of it. And when I got admission to Shri Ram, they were also quite surprised. ये लड़के को किया इसने सारा कोई 2 साल के अंदर 3 साल का कोर्स किया और श्री राम में इसको एडमिशन भी मिल गई. I finally told them, I said, look, a person must do what he feels comfortable in, not what trusted. So I would always request children also, be good and think कि आपको करना क्या है. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you're good at? You can be good at so many things in life, but remember what you feel comfortable in and what you feel is passionate you're about. Just do that. And today the world is open. Yeah, what opportunities one gets, even in anything and everything that anybody of you want to do it, just put in your best. That is all. Good, better, best. Never let them rest. Make your good better and your better best. That is the way I look at it in life. कुछ भी करना है, करते रहना है. Like they say ना, कि कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. And that is very, very important in life. कभी भी हार नहीं होती. And that is only possible if you're focused. Focus is very important. कई बार होता है लोग बोलते हैं क्या focus. Focus really means no distractions. अगर आप पढ़ रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं. उस वक्त कोई distraction नहीं कि मैंने इसके बाद उसको मिलना है और उसके बाद उधर जाना है, मैंने ये करना है. Then that is distraction. Focus. चाहे कुछ भी हो. Focus in life. Whatever you do, put in your best. Remember one thing, good handwriting pays you a lot. If you have a good handwriting, it'll give you definitely a better impression when you put up a thing to somebody. ये handwriting इसका अच्छा है, मतलब इसकी सोच जो है clear है. He is not a cluttered mind. His mind is very clear. He's showing it in his handwriting. That is something which I can share with you all. It always comes well is to have a good handwriting. And when you're discussing anything with somebody, remember whatever questions he asks you, the first sentence, the first two sentences must give an indication that this man knows his subject and he should be inquisitive to ask you more, rather than he telling you, no, that's okay, I've heard you, can you tell me this? Or can you tell me? That means you're not very clear to what that man is asking. So his first question that he asks you, whatever question, that answer, he knows, oh, this man is exactly what you want. He might ask you another question, or he might want to know more about that particular. But remember that very first two sentences must be able to convey what you want. Handwriting must be very clear. And remember, whatever you read, must read, remember, recollect, and write. That is the important thing in life. पढ़ो, उसके बाद उसको समझो, उसके बाद उसको याद करने की कोशिश करो, और उसके बाद उसको लिखो. That means now confirmation हो गया कि मैंने जो पढ़ा था मैंने याद है, और and then keep revising once in a while बीच में, because exams are very important. If you feel that examinations are not important, examinations are important, because that's the way the life is all about. How else can anybody distinguish between a person जो याद रखता है, जो याद नहीं रखता, जो जिसने याद ही नहीं किया, वो जो कहते हैं ना, जो कुंजी पढ़ लिया और कुंजी फटाफट करके भाग गए. No, that doesn't help. It doesn't help. You have to remember to go into details of life. That's something which we must do. Details of life, important. Another thing is, remember what has been said and focus. As I always said, yaad rakho. Whenever the teacher is teaching you something or anybody is telling you something, listening is a very important art. It is not just all about talking or all about conveying what you want to convey. Listen to the other man, because if you listen from what he's saying, there's a lot to learn. Probably it will surprise you by what it is. Even when I went to Siachen, and in Siachen on the 13th of April, 1984, was the date when we decided to put the flag, and Pakistan, it was attempting to do what is known as a cartographic aggression, sponsoring mountaineering expeditions into Siachen. And it was 84. I was reasonably quite a young man. And they said, you will lead this Siachen. I said, perfectly fine. And I'd done it in 83. And I familiarized myself with the entire terrain. I knew what it was all about. In 84, an opportunity came my way. And anybody could have done. And to say that I got an opportunity. जब किसी को मौका मिलता है, दोनों हाथ से पकड़ो और अपना बिल्कुल उसमें जान डाल दो. उसमें लगना नहीं चाहिए किसी को, कि खुद को नहीं लगना चाहिए कि अरे यार मैंने क्या कर दिया, ये मौका मेरे हाथ से गवा दिया. नो, मौका मिला है. Put in your best. Put in your best. And when you put in your best, you will find कहाँ से मदद मिलेगी आपको. आपको आश्चर्य हो जाए. Total, you'll be surprised. कहाँ से लोग मिलेंगे, आपकी मदद करेंगे और आपको आगे ले जाएंगे और आपको हीरो बना देंगे. और बाद में आपको लगेगा रे मैं तो इस काबिल ही नहीं, ये पता नहीं किसने बना दिया मेरे को हीरो. ये जो लोग जो आपके साथ थे, इन्होंने बनाया. और ये क्यों? क्योंकि उनको लगा, हो सकता है उनको लगा कि ये जो आदमी है शायद ठीक रास्ते पे चल रहा है, हमको मरवाएगा नहीं. And that is what is very important. आज भी whatever I am today, I give full credit to my men. Without them, it is not possible. ये नहीं, I'll tell you a very interesting. When I was there, हम लोगों ने सियाचिन पकड़ लिया, बेलाफोंड में झंडा लगाया भारत का और लहरा रहा था. और मिसेस इंदिरा गांधी, क्योंकि 84 में जब हुआ तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैं इसको पूरा रेकी करके आती हूँ, मुझे दिखाइए. तो ले जा रहे थे, तो मौसम बिल्कुल खराब, एकदम खराब, मतलब कुछ धुंध. और एंड मिसेस गांधी इज फ्लाइंग, वो सफेद सफेद सब जगह कुछ नजर नहीं आता है. तो शी सॉ वन फ्लैग फ्लटरिंग, नेशनल फ्लैग. ऑब्वियसली हमारे तिरंगे का रंग भी इतना अच्छा है कि सफेद में वो फट नजर आ जाता है कि भगवा रंग, सफेद तो नहीं नजर, हरा रंग. तो उसने कहा वहां पे तो अपना झंडा नजर आ रहा है, इतने उससे कौन बैठा हुआ है. तो उन्होंने बताया कि हमारा पोस्ट है वो, वहां पे इतनी ऊंचाई पे दूरी में कौन बैठा है. तो उसने कहा कुलकर्णी बैठा है, तो एक कप्तान है, तो उधर करके. अच्छा बाप रे. आपको आश्चर्य होगा, I got a trip to go to 5 European countries. She says, इस लड़के को भेजो, वहां पे बैठा है, इसको यूरोप भेजो. And I went on a 15-day full paid holiday to Switzerland, to Italy, to Austria, to France, all of fantastic trip करके Germany. सब घूम-घाम करके as part of this thing. Why? Because did anybody expect कि मिसेस गांधी आएंगी? हमें तो मालूम ही नहीं था. और मुझे बोल रहे थे कि at that point of time my task force commander was Colonel Pushkar Chand. He told me, संजय नीचे आओ उतर. मैं कहा मैं क्यों आऊँ नीचे? बोले नहीं नीचे आ. मैं कहा नहीं मैं नहीं आता, मैं 18,000 पे बैठा हूँ, नीचे बुलाओगे फिर बोलोगे ऊपर चढ़ जा. मैं नहीं नीचे नहीं आऊंगा, ऊपर भी नहीं जाऊंगा. So he left it at that. Probably he thought I knew it. So again next day he said, have you come down? I said, why should I come down? No, you have not told me. I said, if I come down and if I have to go up, why don't you send a helicopter? I'll come down. Helicopter से मुझे नीचे आ जाओगा. He said, no, you have to go to Europe. Mrs. Gandhi wants you to go there. फटाफट passport बनाना, तेरा सब visa. I was surprised. What? Where is the Prime Minister? And where am I? So this is what I would say is sheer luck, sheer effort of the boys who put me there, and hard work. Everybody does hard work. Let me tell you, there's not a man, but you must do a hard work with focus, with determination, with passion, with commitment, and no agenda. That must be very clear. Don't worry about failure. Failure will happen. Failure will come. Failure will go. That's a temporary part of life. But commitment with passion and no fear of failure. Failure होएगा ही नहीं. होएगा तो देखी जाएगी, उसको कर देखेंगे. But get trained for everything. Do it. And I think everybody will be rewarded. And I see myself as a total 70% of one is hard work, 30% is luck. But to get 100%, both of them must combine. And that luck is the harder you work, the luckier you get. That is the way I look at it. And tough times don't last, but tough people do. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That is what is taught to us in the army. That is what we did. And I must tell you all are very lucky to be at the right time, at the right place in the country, with all the kind of facilities that you are getting. This kind of facilities of internet and, was not available. I told you we are going to have to wait for 10 to 15 years to get a telephone. घर में टेलीफोन लगाने के लिए 15-15 साल लगते थे और किसी की सिफारिश लगती थी कि भाई जाकर के सिफारिश से टेलीफोन लग गया. और टेलीफोन लगता तो आस पड़ोस वाले आपके घर में आते थे कि मैं क्या थोड़ा सा बुरा ना माने रिंग कर दूं, तो छोटे छोटे ताले लगे होते थे टेलीफोन के ऊपर कि भाई कोई आकर के उसको गलत इस्तेमाल ना कर दे. So those were the days. और अब देखो आप. So I would sum it up to say that as children today, you all have got an opportunity. Use this opportunity. Don't leave it. Don't ever feel it. Whatever interests you, whether it is music, whether it is art, whether it is painting, whether it is trekking, whether it is academics, whether it is research, whether it is innovation, anything and everything. Whatever your heart says, this is good, and you feel good, even if you're a salesman, be the best salesman. No question. दुनिया ने कहना चाहिए वो है. Even if you want to be a carpenter, be the best carpenter. मतलब लगना चाहिए नहीं मैं घर नहीं बनाऊंगा जब तक वो carpenter नहीं मिलेगा मुझे. I will stop my work. I want that carpenter to do my work because I know he is the best and his charges are the best and his work is fantastic. That is what I feel is what life is all about, and we have enjoyed. And I thank all my teachers, I thank all my seniors, I thank all my friends to whatever I am today. And my family, of course, my sisters, my parents, my near and dear ones who allowed me to do what I wanted to do, even when I went to the army. And nobody ever stopped me from going to the army. कि एक ही लड़का है क्या हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं हुआ. आज 65 साल के ऊपर हो गया, आपके सामने बैठा हूँ, कुछ भी नहीं होता है. ये कहना और कुछ नहीं करते करते लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल भी बन गए. तो ये जो है ये मतलब हम कहेंगे ऊपर वाले की दुआ एंड ऊपर वाले का आशीर्वाद. लेकिन उस आशीर्वाद में सबका श्रेय, एवरीथिंग. नोबडी शुड थिंक इन लाइफ कि मैं कर सकता, कुछ नहीं मैं कर सकता जब तक आप लोगों को दूसरे का साथ नहीं मिलेगा. और उसके लिए इट्स वेरी एसेंशियल दैट आपने अच्छा रहना है, आपने अच्छा बोलना है, आपने दूसरे को सुनना है और सबको साथ में ले चलने की, जो बार बार प्रधानमंत्री बोलते हैं ना, सबका साथ सबका विश्वास, ऐसे लगता है क्या आप जैसे जैसे जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ेंगे तब लगेगा कि आपके साथ अगर लोगों का साथ नहीं है, आपकी टीम का साथ नहीं है, उनका आपके ऊपर विश्वास नहीं है, आप आगे कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। Brilliance is only not it. To be brilliant or to be called a genius is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. And therefore, essential if you all work together and see to it that a country does well. Very important. A country must do well. If country does well, each one of us will do well. Country did well. मैं कह रहा था, मैं राशन की दुकान में खड़ा रहता था, वो लोग बोलते गाड़ी आ गई, गाड़ी आ गई, गाड़ी, हम लोग सब लेके बैठते थे और 2-2, 3-3 घंटे के बाद लंबी लाइन में नंबर लगते थे। अब कहाँ है? देश अच्छा कर रहा है, देश तरक्की कर रहा है, तो हम लोग भी घर में बैठे बैठे कहीं भी जाएगा, गाड़ियां ऐसे खरीदते जैसे सब्जी खरीद रहे। उस वक्त गाड़ी के लिए 10-10 साल नंबर लगाना पड़ता था, स्कूटर के लिए 15-15 साल नंबर, टेलीफोन के लिए 10 से 12 साल लगता था, तब वो भी बीच में जाकर के चेक करना पड़ता था कि नंबर मिला, कोई ऐसे तो नहीं कि कोई भूल गया मेरे को, सिफारिश। The country has progressed, country has gone very far, for which we all must work together and ensure that the nation, the strength of the nation, if the nation is strong, the nation is prosperous, each one of us will be gainfully prosperous and we all be together. Like they say in a team, team is together, everybody achieves more. That's a team. That's an acronym for a team. Together, everybody achieves more. And forming a habit, very important, good habits. Habit matlab, if you remove H, a bit still remains. If you remove A, bit still remains. If you remove B, it still remains. That means a habit, a good habit. If it is formed, it will remain with you. It cannot. And with that, I'll say thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. I couldn't have asked for more and wish you all the very best. We are a wonderful nation, a very vibrant nation, wonderful people. आप कहीं पर भी चले जाओ, मैं तो ईस्ट वेस्ट नॉर्थ साउथ सब जगह नौकरी कर लिया, मैंने कहीं नहीं देखा, मेरे को आश्चर्य होता है कि इतने बढ़िया लोग, इतने बढ़िया लोग, इतने अच्छे लोग, इतने ईमानदार लोग सब जगह, हिंदुस्तान में सब जगह सब तरह के लोग हैं और सबको गर्व है कि वो हिंदुस्तानी है. That is what is all about India. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant General Kulkarni. You filled everybody with such a high spirit, with the fervor of national pride, national integrity. So this is what actually we were looking for, the kind of inspiration that you have given us all. So everybody is feeling, I am completely sure, in high spirit. But sir, I would like to ask you two things. One question about your, I mean, some more part of your experience when you were in Arunachal Pradesh, because what we are facing now, as far as our neighboring countries are concerned, they are considered the enemy countries, the kind of behavior they show towards India. So what kind of changes you feel and why you feel such kind of changes are being witnessed as far as China and Pakistan is concerned? So if you can tell something more with regard to your experience in Arunachal Pradesh and Siachen.
Thank you. First, Arunachal Pradesh. You will be surprised, totally surprised, if the people who have not visited Arunachal Pradesh, it's a beautiful place. I think it's heaven on earth. दुनिया बोलती है ना, हूर ऊपर जाकर के मिले, कुछ नहीं ऊपर मिलेगा, सब कुछ इधर है, सब कुछ इधर है, और अपने देश में तो सब कुछ है. It's a beautiful place. And the best part, सब हिंदी बोलते हैं, सब हिंदी बोलते हैं. आप समझ सकते हैं, ईस्ट में और सब हिंदी बोलते हैं, मतलब इतने बड़ा, almost 90,000 square kilometers of Arunachal Pradesh, and there are so many tribes with animistic traditions and animistic this thing. हर एक घाटी के बाद दूसरी घाटी में भाषाएं अलग, very difficult. क्या सबकी अलग अलग भाषा है, no script, nothing, only verbal. And today all of them talk Hindi. All of them, रामकृष्ण मिशन, जितने मिशन है वहां पे जाके एजुकेशन के उन्होंने खोले, विवेकानंद मिशन स्कूल्स खोले, और आज टुडे इफ वहां पे अगर आप तवांग में चले जाए, ईटानगर में चले जाए, आप मेंचुका में चले जाए, इतने बढ़िया बढ़िया अलोंग वालोंग कहीं सब आपको कहीं जाने की दिक्कत नहीं आएगा, हिंदी में आप बात कर सकते हैं, वो आपके साथ हिंदी में बात करें. So that's one. Arunachal Pradesh was always part of India because it was known as NEFA, Northeast Frontier Agency. And as part of the 1914 Simla Agreement that took place between then British India, Tibet and China, the McMahon line was drawn. Or McMahon line, and that was the line dividing then India from Tibet. And we never had China as our neighbor. It was India, the neighbor was Tibet. And with Tibet was the neighbor. And Tibet was like a buffer between China and India. And so that was it. And the British India created that. But we got independence in 1947. And China became People's Republic of China under the communist regime of Mao in 1949. So October 1949, they. So when China became, suddenly China said, "Hamara Ming dynasty and this dynasty में ये सारा का सारा इलाका हमारा है." And that हमारा है इलाके में, these people started firstly by 1950 they captured Tibet. Then before that they captured Xinjiang. It is something like India saying at one point of time we had lovely temples in Kampuchea, we have temples in Indonesia. So ये सब हमारा है. You can't start going back hundreds of years and thousands of years and say ये सब हमारा है. History, you cannot go back there. And therefore, this dispute with China that occurs is the perception dispute. Because now in 2006, they started saying South Tibet. That means suddenly Arunachal Pradesh became South Tibet for them. So Chinese are not to be trusted. उनकी कथनी और करनी में अंतर है. So we have to be guarded. We have to ensure our own territorial integrity and sovereignty of the Arunachal Pradesh and the entire East which is running. And that is why you find this dispute which has occurred with China on this particular aspect. And similarly in Eastern Ladakh. Now suddenly you find that China in 1950s, by 1956 had already occupied Aksai Chin. क्योंकि इतनी दूरी पे इलाके हैं ये, इतना आसान है, because by the instrument of accession जो महाराजा हरि सिंह ने भारत के साथ 26 अक्टूबर 1947 को साइन किया था, उससे पूरा जम्मू कश्मीर जिसमें शामिल अक्साई चिन, जिसमें शामिल गिलगित बाल्टिस्तान, सारा का सारा था भारत का. लेकिन आप देख रहे हैं कि उन्होंने 26 अक्टूबर 1947 को इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ एक्सेशन साइन किया, तो उससे पहले पाकिस्तान ने जो इलाका पकड़ना था वो पकड़ लिया, चीन ने जिस इलाके को लेना था वो ले लिया. So all these areas where the Chinese have occupied illegally, जहाँ पे बार-बार सरकार बोलती है कि it is all illegally occupied by China. In Pakistan, it is illegally occupied by Pakistan. But the dispute remained because the inability on 15th of August for the Maharaja to have decided. अगर वो 15 अगस्त को डिसाइड कर लेते कि जैसे बाकियों ने किया है तो ये दिक्कत नहीं होती ऐसे लगता है. लेकिन उनके डिली डैलिंग से मैं क्या करूं, मैं इसको स्विट्जरलैंड ऑफ द ईस्ट बनाऊं, इसको इंडिपेंडेंट करूं, कैसे करूं, ना भारत के साथ रहूं ना पाकिस्तान के साथ रहूं, ऐसे करके करके ये हालत यह आ गई कि आज जो भी हम लोगों को देखने को मिल रहा है. बिकॉज दो ही साइन, बट बाय द टाइम ही साइंड द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ एक्सेशन, बाय देन पाकिस्तान हैड डन उसकी नापाक हरकतें ने उसने पहले ही करके रखी थी, और चीन अपनी हरकतों में पहले ही लगा हुआ था, विस्तारवाद जिसे बोलते हैं, दैट एक्सपेंशन. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग. तो माय ओन postings when it came to China, opposite China or opposite Pakistan, that is LAC or LOC, we have to be vigilant. We have to be very careful. If you are not vigilant and careful, दिक्कत आ सकती है. और वैसे सियाचिन का भी हुआ, जैसे मैंने कार्टोग्राफिक एग्रेशन, पाकिस्तान को मालूम था कि the ceasefire line as per the Karachi agreement was up to NG 9842 and northward. तो उसको उन्होंने सीधा ज्वाइन कर दिया काराकोरम पास के साथ with the help of the Americans, और उसके बाद फिर उसमें जाने लगे. So until unless we discover all these activities and then put an end to these activities, so we must accept without any diplomacy and without any this thing, Pakistan and China are our enemies, and we have to be alert, we have to be vigilant, we have to ensure that territorial integrity and sovereignty of the nation is our responsibility. इसमें हमारी कोई मदद नहीं करेगा. हम लोगों ने ही अपनी मदद करनी है, हम लोगों ने ही यकीन करना है. ये हमारे देश को मजबूत बनाना हमारी जिम्मेवारी है और हम सक्षम हैं, इसमें कोई शक नहीं. Yeah.
Lieutenant General Kulkarni, you talked about national integrity, and obviously we all agree to that. But then the first thing that you pointed out initially in your talk, you refer to the issue of the national identity, or right. I mean, you gave that example of Kashmir. But then if you look at the present day scenario in the country, despite all that feeling of the national integration and nationality, but there is somewhere some problem lies either in the name of religion or in the name of caste, in the name of region. This identity issues is always dominating, and that is inviting to a lot of disharmony, clashes within the society. What do you think? What can you suggest how we can address, how the youth of today can address the issue of identity?
If you ask me, frankly speaking, the aspect of identity is very important. Without identity, nothing can survive. You have to have an identity. And that identity to us, as I said initially in my own school, कि सारे के सारे बच्चे used to be from different states. We never felt that either he's a Punjabi or he's a Marathi or he's a Bengali or he's a Tamilian or he's a Malayali or he's from Mizoram or he's from Manipur, Nagaland. कुछ भी नहीं, कभी भी नहीं लगा. And this is very, very important, and for which there has to be a little bit of interaction between each or the entire state. थोड़ा इधर उधर जाना, घूमना, देखना, मिलना बहुत जरूरी. And this is only possible if your father-in-law is the central government service. अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में तो आपको थोड़ा इधर उधर घूमने को मिल जाएगा, दूसरे के साथ मिलेगा, फिर आपको पता चलेगा कि सब हम एक जैसे हैं. सबका खाने पीने में थोड़ा अंतर हो सकता है, पर सब एक जैसे हैं, सोच एक जैसे है, बिकॉज देश तो एक ही है. Very important is when we keep saying there has to be a need to be able to convey to everybody that this diversity is our strength. It is not our weakness. If diversity is our strength, the unity is in diversity. And religion must not come in our way. Religion जब आ जाता है तो ये बहुत ही एक संवेदनशील बोलेंगे, it's a very very sensitive, very very this thing, और बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है. इसलिए religion must not be. You can have your religion. It should be a personal thing. मतलब और खासकर मैं देखता हूँ कि हम लोग जितने भी हैं, मैं अगर ओपनली कह दूं, ये जितने हिंदू हैं ना, या हम लोग जितने भी हैं, for us religion is a way of life. We don't see. मैं कितने साल मंदिर नहीं गया हूँगा, मैं कितने मतलब ऐसे नहीं गया हूँगा, तो मुझे कोई बुरा नहीं लगता है, या मुझे कोई गाली नहीं देता है, मुझे कोई ऐसे दूसरे इससे नहीं देखता है. तो हम लोगों का जो रहना है, religion मतलब it comes very naturally to us. We are more spiritual. I would put it this way, that we Indians should be more spiritual and not religious. And I think that might bring in a sort of bonding between each one of us and all of us. And education in that is the most important thing. And more importantly, the women's education. वो जो लड़कियां मेरे साथ पढ़ती थी स्कूल में, आज जब मैं उनको देखता हूँ, they are not only mothers, but they are women of substance in their respective field. कितनी खुशी होती है मुझे देख करके, और कई बार मुझे शर्म भी आती है कि उन्होंने मेरे से आगे चले गए और अच्छा किया. So that is a very good feeling. मतलब I'm just putting it in this thing, the word. But what I'm trying to convey is that कितना अच्छा लगता है कि जो हमारे साथ पढ़ती थी लड़कियां, वह इतने अच्छे पदों पर पहुंची, अच्छे काम किए उन्होंने in the field of education, in the field of medicine, in the field of health, in the field of engineering. You feel so happy that you can walk up to them, some of them into IAS, some of them going into IPS. You walk up to them and say, मेरी ये मदद कर सकती है क्या तू? She's there definitely. She takes pride. So the education and that kind of initiative you all have taken, I think you all have very, very important, because education and education is the only way forward. There is no way forward, because half educated is the worst educated. Half education, pura, you have to be fully educated. Or my grandmother was only 5th standard pass. मैं तो मजाक उड़ाता था उसका. But what knowledge that lady had, fantastic knowledge. What kind of stories she would tell us, unbelievable. कहाँ से कहानियां सुनाती थी, अच्छी कहानियां सुनाती थी. आजकल कौन कहानियां सुनाता है अपने को तो कोई कहानी अच्छी सुनाता ही नहीं. So even though she was 5th standard, she was grounded and she was worldly wise. And this is what is lacking in our, I would say, education and no fear. मतलब सबने अपनी जात पात का ये माने नहीं रखता है, ये माने नहीं रखता है, और इसको हमारे जो दुश्मन हैं वो इसका फायदा उठाते हैं, और ये बहुत ध्यान देना है। ये दुश्मन जो है वो हमारी कमजोरी पकड़ लेता है कि अगर आपको मालूम है कि मुझे भिंडी की सब्जी बहुत अच्छी लगती है तो आप मुझे भिंडी खिलाते रहेंगे और मैं बड़ा खुश होता रहूंगा, और फिर आप मेरे से सारा काम भिंडी खिला करके ही करते रहेंगे क्योंकि आपको मालूम है इसको भिंडी की सब्जी पसंद है, ये तो भिंडी खा करके कुछ भी करता है। तो ये जो कमजोरी है, हमारी कमजोरी नहीं, किसी ने हमारी कमजोरी का, यह कमजोरी भी है हमारी और हमारी स्ट्रेंथ भी है। अगर ये स्ट्रेंथ माने तो बहुत जबरदस्त स्ट्रेंथ है, और कमजोरी माने तो इसको दूसरे का दुरुपयोग हमारी कमजोरी को नहीं करना चाहिए। और इसके लिए एजुकेशन, there's nothing better than education, the correct education, the correct history, reading the history in its correct perspective and not having an agenda. जहां पे एजेंडा आ जाता है किसी भी इसमें फिर गड़बड़ हो जाती है। You should have no agenda, truth should be told and the truth should prevail.
Yes.
That's all.
लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल कुलकर्णी, आपने जितनी चीजें बताई मुझे अभी बाकी को तो पता नहीं। I mean, you have filled us with such kind of positivity and all kind of good feeling. So which is I believe is very, very important. If you want to move ahead in our life, we have to have a positive approach. We have to be good to everybody. We have to think that whatever we have received, we have to have that kind of contentment. So you told us all that. Now I will request, going in the last segment of the program, I will request the students who are there who wish to ask questions to Lieutenant General Kulkarni. Yeah, Ishika.
Good afternoon, sir. So I have a question that you have served in a various number of terrains. So which one was the most adventurous for you, and what stories for the same have stayed with you?
I can say everywhere, whether I served in Arunachal Pradesh or I served in Kashmir, or even if I served in Pune or I served in Rajasthan, our people are the best. I can tell you, our people are the best. You could be serving in Rajasthan and those dhanis, it could be extremely hot. You'll be surprised. He may have water, but he'll ensure that he comes and gives you a glass of water when you just are absolutely thirsty because you're in those sand dunes and miles you don't see anybody. No dhanis. Dhanis are places where you find few hutments where some people would have gathered to stay as a family. Nothing. And they are willing to share their whatever little, I will not call them poverty, they have enough. They are contented people and they are willing to share what they have. And that gives you a feeling, how selfish are we as city dwellers, and gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering. And there they have nothing much, but still willing to share with anybody who came their way. I think that is something that I learned, and I feel very happy about my countrymen, that they are willing to share, and they are lovely people. I must tell you all children, our people are fantastic, unbelievable. I have rarely come across a person who could be seen as a useless man or a chore or a lafanga or lucha जिसे बोलते हैं, कुछ नहीं। मैंने बहुत कम लोग ऐसे देखे होंगे, मेरे को तो ज्यादातर अच्छे ही लोग दिखे। अब मुझे भी कई बार आश्चर्य होता है, लोग बोलते हैं घूस देना पड़ता है। Maybe once or twice I may have given and regretted it also because of this thing, but otherwise I have never. People who just work, you just tell them ये मेरा काम है and they'll work for you without.
Yeah, so Lieutenant General Kulkarni, I believe कि this would have happened कि अगर हम अच्छे हैं तो obviously हमको अच्छे ही लोग मिलेंगे और सारा अच्छा ही होगा. You have to have that kind of feeling in your mind, that kind of approach, then all good things will happen. So moving on, Akshita, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good.
What was your biggest challenge and moral dilemma you faced during insurgency?
Biggest challenge of insurgency, identify a militant from the people who are staying there. So we have to ensure that we have to win the hearts and minds of the people over there. At the same time, ensure that no innocent is hurt or killed or wounded in any fashion. And at the same time, ensure that you kill the militant. Militant must be killed. That is, at least people like me, I had no doubts in my mind. We could be excellent, but anybody who raises his voice against the nation, or raises not the voice, I would say, uses arms against the nation, he must be eliminated. And in that case, I'm quite ruthless. So I said, we must win hearts and minds of the people, no denying the fact. But when it comes to killing the militant, I will not hesitate in killing a militant. So that is where I ensured that a militant will be killed, but no innocent will be even touched. And even if it means a militant sort of escaping, no problem. But we ensured that the locals over there are looked after, taken care of, and we are transparent in our approach. And we never had any problems in militancy.
Moving on, I mean, Lieutenant General Kulkarni, you actually endorse our point. We all believe that the army maintains these kind of high traditions wherein they are taking care of the people first. So you reiterated that. Now moving on to another question, Rishabh, ask your question.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, मेरा जो सवाल है वो ये है कि what is that one experience you had while serving in the Indian Army that motivates you?
इस सबसे बड़ी बात है ईमानदारी, वफादारी और जिम्मेवारी। अगर आप ईमानदार हैं और जिम्मेवारी निभाना जानते हैं और जो आपके साथ काम करते हैं उनका भरोसा आपके ऊपर होना चाहिए, और वो आता है ट्रेनिंग से। आपको अपना काम मालूम होना चाहिए और यकीन करना है कि वो जो आप जिससे काम करवा रहे हैं उसको भरोसा होना चाहिए कि ये मुझे मरने नहीं देगा। अगर आप उसको मालूम है कि वो आया, वर्दी उसने डाली, मरना तो कभी भी आदमी कहीं पर भी मर सकता है, उसको मरने से डरना है, पर बेवकूफी से नहीं मरेगा। अगर काम करते हुए मरेगा तो कोई उसको दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन उसको भरोसा होना चाहिए आपके ऊपर कि मैं अगर इनके साथ जा रहा हूं तो he has taken full care and ensured that we will not put to hardship, and he is with them. I am with them. If they know the leader is with them, they will follow you. But if the leader is not with them and you just tell them अपने कमरे में बैठे बैठे ये कर, उधर चले जाओ, उधर चले, then he may or may not go. Then depend upon his this thing. But if you want the work, you have to lead from the front. You have to know your job. You have to train your people. You have to be trained yourself. You have to have the commitment. You must have that desire कि मैं करके आऊंगा और करके रहूंगा। वो जोश और होश दोनों होने बहुत जरूरी है। सिर्फ जोश से भी नहीं काम होगा और सिर्फ होश में तो जोश और होश दोनों का करेक्ट मिश्रण होना बहुत जरूरी है।
जी, सो आगे बढ़ते हैं। आयुषी वर्मा, अपना सवाल पूछो।
सर, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे थैंक यू कहना चाहूंगी कि आपने अपने जीवन का जो अनुभव है उसका बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से बखान किया है। और सर, मेरा सवाल ये है कि जैसे कि क्रिकेट मैच होता है, स्पोर्ट्स होता है, वो हमेशा ही एक डिबेट का मुद्दा रहा है, तो आर्मी पर्सनल्स का क्या रिएक्शन रहता था जब इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का मैच होता था और इंडिया जीतता था, पाकिस्तान हारता था, या पाकिस्तान जीतता था, इंडिया हारता था?
सबसे पहले थैंक यू। I'm glad you enjoyed, but let me tell you, this is a very sensitive issue. ना पाकिस्तान और इंडिया जो है, मैं कहूँगा they're siblings, एक ही परिवार के सदस्य हैं। तो एक ही परिवार में जब बंटवारा हो जाता है तो हर कोई सोचता है कि मैं दूसरे से अच्छा करने की कोशिश करूँ, क्योंकि घर का बंटवारा हो गया है। तो यही सोच बड़े देशों में भी, पाकिस्तान में भी है। पाकिस्तान शुरू में अच्छा कर रहा था, पर उसके बाद पाकिस्तान ने दूसरी रास्ता पकड़ लिया और आज नीचे जाके डूब गया। अब हिंदुस्तान में आप देख रहे तरक्की हो रही है, लोग अच्छे हैं। आप मेरे से सवाल पूछ रही हैं, मैं आपको जवाब दे रहा हूँ। आप स्कूल कॉलेज में जा रही हैं, पढ़ रही हैं, आगे कुछ करने का आप में जज्बा है, आप करना चाहती हैं, आप अपने परिवार को अच्छा देखना चाहती हैं, उनको आपके ऊपर खुशी होनी चाहिए। यू शुड फील प्राउड ऑफ देम, दे शुड फील प्राउड ऑफ यू एंड एवरीवन। सो देयर इज अ डिजायर, दिस डिजायर हैज डाइड इन पाकिस्तान। तो पाकिस्तान में अभी क्या हो गया कि बस किसी तरीके से हिंदुस्तान को नीचे गिराओ। अगर वो मुद्दे में आप चलेंगे तो आप भी गिरेंगे, दूसरे को भी गिराएंगे, और दूसरा फिर खड़ा हो जाएगा, चल देगा, तो आप गिरे हुए ही दिखेंगे। तो ये जब क्रिकेट मैच का सवाल आता है, क्रिकेट वी शुड नॉट सी इट फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। इट्स अ गेम। अब गेम में कभी कोई जीतेगा, कोई हारेगा, किसी दिन अच्छा होएगा, किसी का दिन बुरा होएगा। आई डोंट थिंक वी शुड टेक इट सो फार कि एक दूसरे के ऊपर अगर दो टीमें हैं, अच्छा कोई अच्छी खेले, तो यू शुड बी एबल टू से कॉम्प्लीमेंट, वेल डन, you played well, next time I'll see how I'll defeat you. That's it, and it should end there. It should not be taken too far, celebrations and मारा मारी और एक दूसरे के ऊपर बुरी नजर से देखना, ये I think मेरी राय, this is my personal thing, it should not be seen. अब कल ऑस्ट्रेलिया और न्यूजीलैंड का मैच हुआ, अगर आपने ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम को बैकअप किया और जीत गए तो आप खुश, और आपने न्यूजीलैंड टीम को बैकअप किया और हार गए, आपको बुरा लगा है यार, अच्छी टीम थी, कितना बढ़िया स्कोर किया, तब भी हार गए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने कैसे हरा दिया. सो वी शुड नॉट sort of see it from that point of view, then it'll become too much, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा और आप खुद भी कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे. So it's good to leave games at games. Victory, defeat is at that point of moment. That is what cricket is all about. Little unpredictability in cricket is always there. So we should just leave it at that. But if you lose very, very badly and matlab, you have surrendered your match, that's a different issue. But when you played well, one of those things hota hai. कभी जीतेंगे, कभी हारेंगे. The game should be seen as a game. We should not involve, personal नहीं होना चाहिए.
So चलते हैं कार्यक्रम की समाप्ति की ओर. Lieutenant General Kulkarni, you raised so many valid points, good points, which if I can sum up the way you have narrated it, the way you have put it, the way you have interpreted and discussed all this. So take away from my side, I believe the nationalism, the patriotism, the feeling of the national pride, which is something we must always believe in, and we must always do such kind of things which are necessary for the protection of this country, to take this country ahead. And another important thing with which we all confront all the time is the identity issue, and what exactly is the identity we always must look into. And despite all kind of I would not say the divisions, but all kind of caste or communities or religion, we are one, and we should have that kind of oneness, feeling of oneness, wherein as a national, as a nation, and as an Indian, we should always feel that we are all Indians. And then the things that you told us about moral values, about good conduct, and above all, that you said that कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. This is something which we all must have, particularly the youngsters, despite all kind of odd things which might be happening in everybody's life. All this happens, and particularly during this corona phase, most of the people have faced a tough time, but then we should never feel defeated. We should rise again, and we should have this feeling, as you said, कि कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Another thing which is important for youth is that whatever opportunities are coming at your disposal, you must always grab that opportunity. I always ask the student that if you're getting an opportunity, make use of it, because once you miss it, you will never know whether, next time you will be getting that kind of opportunity. So this was really, again, which was something appealing. And then the hard work. In our generation, obviously, we always knew that hard work is the only thing, and this is something which will never change. I think in the younger generations also, they must understand this, that they can move ahead in life only with the help of the hard work. And important thing, one thing which appealed me personally, the things that you talked about women moving ahead in their life. As you said कि आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि आपके साथ जो भी महिलाएं, जो भी लड़कियां थी, वो जीवन में आगे गईं. क्योंकि I also believe in this, कि if we want this country to be developed, if we want our society to be developed, then the primary condition is that the women must get educated. They must be in the mainstream of the society. So it's good that you touched upon this aspect. And incidentally, in DME, in the media school, the majority is that of girls. And in the questions also, you would have noticed that most girls come forward. So this is one good thing that you endorsed. And then obviously you talked about कि हमें कभी भी कमजोरी का शिकार नहीं होना है, weakness का शिकार नहीं होना है. We should always feel strong enough to do whatever we want to do. So I am really obliged to you that what I expected, I mean, much more than that, you filled that with all that right kind of spirit, which will go a long way. And I believe that all our students will get motivated and they will try to do something good, something substantial, something fruitful in their life. So I thank you, Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni. I thank all my students, all the teachers who are there in this session. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. So kind of you. Regard. Jai Hind.
The first impression that comes to our mind about any college: tall buildings, big classrooms, large lobby areas, thick books, IT labs, assignments, class tests, and projects. Nothing besides that. Every hour, minute, second spent here help us carving and shaping our persona, cultivating innovative mindsets for the challenging world. Learning is a lifelong process. Sharing knowledge, inculcating values of life, spark the innovative horizons of mind. Fun and frolic is the nature of every nook and corner here. A daily dose of thrill we are sure to get here.